Hi, good evening. Welcome to the webinar. Thank you so much for being here. It is incredibly hot evening here at the moment in the UK. I don't even want to know how hot it is, but it's very hot, it's very sticky. So I think, thank you for being here, just being able to focus at this point in the day after a long, hot, sticky day. As always, familiarise yourself with the tools if you haven't done so before. There's the chat box, you can say hi, you can ask me a question. It will be anonymous, nobody else can see your comments, just me. There's no one else on my side, and nobody else, none of the other panelists, attendees can see your name or your comments. So you are completely safe to share anything. If you don't want me to say anything of your comment, just put that at the beginning of a message, but otherwise I will share comments, but not your name. You can raise your hand if you have a problem. If we get into anything emotional, it's really important that you stay in the room, stay with it, keep tapping. Let me know if you're triggered particularly. We're not going to dive into anything too much, but sometimes our emotions will appear when we are least expecting it. Somebody once described them to me as the enemy. You never know when they're going to hit you. You don't know when they're going to come. So, and that's why we're doing this work, really. So the more that we can clear, when we're in a controlled, calm situation, the easier it will be when those events do happen, when we do get taken out by triggers, situations, people, places. Good, lovely. So a few people joining still. So tonight's webinar is about clearing doubt and gaining clarity. We are going to do a little bit of tapping right at the beginning, just to bring in some nice cooling, calming, grounding energy. Hi, welcome. Just to help to clear any tiredness, any brain fog kind of feelings, and just feeling sticky and hot. We'll hopefully clear some of that, and then we'll get into clearing some doubt and getting some clarity, whatever that means for you. So someone's been very tired and had brain fog for weeks on end, and also seem to be getting into a relationship which feels strange after 20 years of things not working out or just nothing. Wow, big changes, big things happening. How does that feel? That sounds great. Good. Thank you for sharing. As always, your comments really help me to bring as much as I can for you. So as more information as you can give me, the better. Great. Feel scary. So used to being let down. Okay. Okay, great. Let's see what we can do to help. Lovely. So before we begin, just take stock, land, as I say, grab some water if you don't have any, stay hydrated. Tapping clears, moves energy through the body, and that takes moisture. There are so many processes in the body continually. So make sure you keep drinking water. That will help to clear your brain fog too, and keep the energy in your body flowing. So let's take stock, hands over your heart for a moment, and just breathe. Check in with yourself, close your eyes, bring the attention to the top of your head. Scan down through your body, noticing any heaviness, any tension. Do you feel dehydrated? Do you feel depleted? How's your energy? Just checking in. And breathe. Good. And if there was a colour or an energy, that would help you right now to calm, cool, release some of that heat from your body, anything that you don't need, whether that's heat, emotion, tension. Checking in. And with every breath, breathing in what you need. And with every breath out, releasing some of that which you would like to let go of. And thank you for coming. Good, Pete. Good. Welcome. Lovely. So we're just taking a few breaths into the heart. And let's start to think about, focus on maybe a cool waterfall. Maybe it's not hot where you are, so apologies if it's not. Whatever you need to bring ultimate comfort to your body. What do you need right now? Let's bring in these sessions are really about self-care, releasing, clearing, whatever's you need to let go of, allowing what you need more of. As you're breathing, follow the breath down into your lungs, right down into your diaphragm, into your body. into your tummy, all the way down to your toes, noticing and releasing, and keeping one hand over your heart. And let's just do a few rounds of tapping on top of the head, imagining that nice cool waterfall or whatever you need to come in through your head, down, all the way through you, tapping on top of the head and repeating after me, all this energy in my body. Eyebrow, all these thoughts and feelings. Side of the eye, anything I've been carrying around with me. Under the eye, anything I wish I could let go of. Under the nose, any unclosed loops in my mind. On the chin, anything I haven't finished yet. Collarbone, any regrets. Under the arm, any unresolved issues. On the thumb, I don't need to go into those. First finger, I don't need to know what they are. Middle finger, I just choose to let it all go. Ring finger, I'm putting down the heaviness just for now. Little finger, I can always just choose to pick that back up. Side of the hand, right now I'm focusing on being comfortable. Top of the head, feeling cool in my body. Eyebrow, feeling balanced. Side of the eye, feeling calm. Under the eye, feeling more relaxed. Under the nose, I recognize the more self-care I give myself. On the chin, the more time I have for myself. Under the arm, the easier it is for me to take care of myself. And under the arm, the quicker I relax. And the thumb, the more my body is listened to. The first finger, the easier it is for me to hear it. Middle finger, my body doesn't need to shout at me. Ring finger, it can just be a whisper. Little finger, I listen to my body. Side of the hand, I give it what it needs. Top of the head, I enjoy looking after myself. Eyebrow, I'm proud of myself. Side of the eye, feeling as good as I can feel. Under the eye, inviting clarity. Under the nose, I'm willing to clear whatever I can clear. On the chin, I'm ready to do the work I'm here to do. Collarbone, choosing to feel good. Under the arm, choosing to listen to my body. On the thumb, I remember that my feelings are my friends. First finger, my feelings are not the enemy. Middle finger, my feelings are just a message. Ring finger, my emotions are guiding me somewhere. Little finger, to a place of feeling good. Side of the hand, which is how I want to feel. Lovely, hands back over your heart. Just take stock, take a few breaths, notice what that felt like. Maybe you're starting to yawn, maybe your tummy's gurgling. Maybe there's some other form of energy moving through your body. You might find tears coming. You might even feel the pressure changing in your ears. The more in tune with your body you get, the more subtle the changes you notice. Good. Lovely, great. So just let me know how you're feeling. Pop a line in the chat box. What's the kind of most prevalent feeling you have right now? Most negative. Let's do negative and most positive. See where you are. And we'll get started on clearing doubt. That's the focus for this evening. It's one I work with often. Doubt's come up a few times. And just, even again, I had a conversation this week. Something, yeah, I think I have doubt. You know, it's just, it can kind of be there. How are you feeling? You're very tired, but lovely to hear your calming voice. Oh, that's kind. Thank you. I'm glad it's helping. Good. So give that tiredness a number out of 10 and of where it is now. And then let's give it a number for an intention of how you'd like to feel by the end of the session. So maybe rather than tiredness, you feel relaxed. Where are you? Where would you like to be? I know, hi, welcome. I know that some people, if you're on your phone, you might not be able to comment. So I won't wait too long for comments to come through. But just notice how you feel. 8 down to a 2 would be good. Great. Perfect. So the feeling you have, how intense it is out of 10 to how intense you want it to be out of 10. So from where to where by the end of the session. Good. Lovely. And as always, you can comment at any time. Excuse me while I have a drink. As I've said, it's really important to stay hydrated through the session, after the session, and through this whole time. Great, lovely. So let's focus on doubt. How does doubt impact you? Where does it show up? So it can be a feeling of not being able to make decisions, not knowing what to do next, feeling uncertain in what you need for yourself, feeling uncertain how to respond to other people. There can be a feeling of when you have great empathy or you're really good at seeing two sides of an argument, it can be really difficult to make a decision as to having an opinion even. Not knowing how much to trust someone, absolutely. And always our core beliefs, the way we feel about other people is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. So you can always turn it around to yourself. How do I feel about this, about me? How much do I trust myself? And hopefully this certainty we're going to bring in, some clarity, will help you to build that trust relationship with yourself, with other people. Obviously, some people are not trustworthy in a way. In some ways, there are people that, you know, you wouldn't give a task to a child who wasn't capable of doing it. So you wouldn't, you know, put a 2-year-old in charge of a fire. Like, they're not able to do that. So sometimes we might put our trust in someone who's not able to do the thing we want them to do. And there are deeper reasons for doing that. Sometimes it's to sort of prove yourself right in a way, or just because that's a pattern that you're used to. So be careful what you're asking for. Is the person you're asking of able to give you what you need, able to meet that need? So there's just a sort of something to think about there. Sort of, how does that feel for you when you think about that? Good. Great. So where does doubt show up in your life? So it might be in work situations, it might be in personal relationships, it might be in the food to eat, it might be in the exercise that you want to do, it might be in holiday destinations that you want to take. What does it feel like? So focusing on that thing. And it's quite good to have something that triggers you, so you can check in with that feeling. We've got a situation where you have doubt, how that feels now. We're going to tap through, clear any emotions, and then check in on it, as always. And then we're going to focus on bringing in some certainty, some clarity. Because ultimately, if you have a choice of 3, if you've got 3 options for something, and you don't know which one to choose, ultimately it doesn't matter which one you choose. The fact that you choose that thing makes it the right thing. There are so many paths to get to where we want to be. If you can know that you're going to get there, which is the certainty, it doesn't matter which path you take, you're going to end up exactly where you need to be. When you can trust the process, my favorite phrase, trust the process, you will get where you need to be. And ultimately, that's just feeling as good as you can, living the best life that you want to lead, feeling autonomous, having integrity, aligning thought, word, and action, whatever that means for you. Great, good. Been banging heads with my daughter today, so thinking about what am I expecting from her really at home. I often doubt if I'm enough, or doing enough for her, or doing the right thing, especially when she bites back. And that is absolute key. Thank you for bringing that up. That feeling of, am I good enough? That's doubt in essence. And it can be underneath every decision we make. Am I good enough? Is this right? Am I getting this right? And the other side of, am I good enough? Is there enough? There's scarcity in that. When you absolutely know that you're good enough, and you're just making decisions in the moment, you can take all that pressure off and just make a decision about what's happening right now, releasing anything from the past. So I'm going to stop talking and we're going to start tapping. Great. Nice deep breath. So get into whatever that feels like for you. Doubt, not feeling good enough, not trusting yourself or not trusting someone else, or whatever that lands for you. What does it feel like in your body? Does it affect your breathing? Is it in your tummy? Is that the brain fog in your head? How does it feel? And I don't want to trigger you too much, but just see where that number is. Heavy tummy. Great. Good. See what that feels like. Give it a color or a texture. And if you can pop in a comment in the box, in the chat box, as where it is in your body, I can just include specifically for you what it is. If not, I'm going to be pretty general. Good. Great. So we're going to be focusing on doubt and clearing it. So one hand over your heart, close your eyes, check in with yourself, with your body, and breathe. And if you've tapped before, there's a couple of people today who haven't been before, so thank you for being here. If you haven't tapped before, then just copy what I do. Breathe, trust the process, and you will feel a shift. Let me know if you need any help or if you need anything explaining. Hopefully it all makes sense. Good. Close your eyes, breathe in a color or an energy that's going to help you right now. And let's tap. Top of the head. Tapping on top of the head, breathing and repeating after me. All this doubt. And beginning the eyebrow. All this doubt. And side of the eye. All this doubt in my body. Under the eye. All this doubt. Nice deep breath. Under the nose. I doubt many things in my life. On the chin. Doubt pops up. Collarbone. What is the use of doubt? Under the arm. If I didn't have doubt, on the thumb, life would be easy. First finger. If I didn't doubt myself, middle finger, I would know what to do next. Ring finger. I would make decisions easily. Middle finger. I'm sure I would sail through life. Side of the hand. If I was really certain. Top of the head. I wonder why I have doubt. Eyebrow. I wish I didn't have doubt. Side of the eye. Doubt doesn't feel like my friend. Under the eye. Doubt feels like a pain. Under the nose. I really like having clarity. On the chin. Of feeling certain in myself. Collarbone. Of that sense of trust in myself. Under the arm. Of really knowing that everything's right. But there's doubt. First finger. Am I getting it right? Middle finger. Am I doing too much? Ring finger. Am I good enough? Little finger. Am I asking too much? Side of the hand. What if things go wrong? Top of the head. I need to know. Eyebrow. I wish I could see into the future. Side of the hand. If I knew, side of the eye, sorry. If I knew what was coming, under the eye, it would be easy. Under the nose. I really like not having doubt. On the chin. Doubt seems to be very unhelpful. Collarbone. Why do I have so much doubt? Just stay tapping on the collarbone for a moment and breathe into that. So all our emotions have a purpose. They they're all a motivator. They're trying to get us to motivate us to do something. So fear is to keep us safe. Sadness is a signal that you need to comfort for yourself or other people. Joy is to help you to share good news with other people, share the good things. Anxiety is about, again, keeping you safe. Guilt is about learning from behavior, staying as part of the group. So with that in mind, what do you think doubt is for? I'd love your thoughts. What is the purpose of doubt? What does it motivate you to do? What's the positive intention of doubt? Any thoughts, anyone? Someone going, I don't know. Second guessing yourself, looking again before you leap. Great, absolutely. Questioning. To protect ourselves, absolutely. Once bitten, twice shy. You want to be really certain. Definitely. It's another form of fear, isn't it, in a way? Just want to get it right, I want to feel safe. So the unconscious mind holds these patterns of behavior, and it learns from our experiences. So maybe once you didn't check and something bad happened. So your mind will just hold on to that and go, well, that's never happening again. I'm going to check everything from now on. I'm just going to check. Keep checking and then it'll be okay. But of course, there's no end to that. You can check and check and check and check and still be afraid of taking the next step. So in a way, it's quite helpful because it will keep you where you are. And that's the other thing, the mind doesn't really like you to change. It loves being in the new place when you have changed, but at the moment, it's better the devil you know. It's like, well, I know where I am, even though I'm in the swamp. I know it's sunny over there, but I know where I am here. Sitting in this fear, I know where I am. And we can start to move doubt and fear, the path to the sunshine out of the swamp. It's easier. It doesn't feel like such a stretch. It's just a little step. So if doubt was your friend and it's there to try to protect you, we can start to let it go. So tuning into your doubt, feels itchy, tapping on my collarbone. Okay, interesting. So that's the collarbone is the kidney meridian, which is associated with anxiety, trauma. It's associated with the kidneys, so separation issues. This is what I call the emergency tapping point, the collarbone. If that's uncomfortable, we're going to tap through the other points in a minute. You can just tap and hold if that's unpleasant. And it just shows a movement of energy through. So it's just great to notice that sensitivity. So we're going to keep tapping through. Under the arm. All this doubt. Maybe this doubt is trying to protect me. First finger. It wants me to stay safe. Middle finger. Doubt is my friend. Ring finger. It just doesn't feel very friendly. Little finger. It feels more frightening. Side of the hand. Or frustrating. I just want an easy life. Eyebrow. I just want to know what I'm doing. Side of the eye. It's easy when I know. Under the eye. I wonder how I could see doubt positively. Under the nose. Maybe it's about timing. On the chin. Maybe it helps me make the decision at the right time. Collarbone. There are lots of ways that doubt can help me. Under the arm. I can allow doubt into my life. On the thumb. I can ask its advice. Little finger. First finger. Sorry. I can ask it what it's noticed. Little finger. I don't have to do what it says. Ring finger. But I know it has value. Little finger. All my emotions have value. Side of the hand. All my emotions have purpose. Hands over your heart. Just take stock for a moment. Tune into that feeling. Grab some water if you haven't. How's that doubt feeling now? We're going to start moving towards something more positive. But we're going to clear initially doubt from the past. So if there's a specific moment, person, place, or situation that comes to mind when you think about doubt, just floating above your past, above your timeline, so don't go into any memories, just go back above in a very abstract kind of way to that situation when it began, to before when that began. When did doubt first appear significantly in your life? You might get an age, you might get an image, but stay far away from it. You maybe see it as a picture on the wall, or it's there below you. Okay, and with that scenario, that image, that thought of whenever doubt started, just ask in your mind, and again, this is sort of abstract, what was that doubt trying to teach you? What was the positive intention in that moment? I'm going to tap through with that intention. Your unconscious mind knows what it needs to do, and we're just going to tap through. So top of the head, repeating after me, this moment in my past, beginning of the eyebrow, the first time I experienced doubt, side of the eye, the first time doubt really helped me, under the eye, whatever's left in that moment, under the nose, anything unresolved from my past, in the chin, whatever holds doubt in place for me, collarbone, I choose to safely release it now, under the arm, I choose to feel more relaxed, on the thumb, I choose to clear doubt, first finger, I got through whatever it was, middle finger, I can have clarity now, ring finger, maybe I would have done something differently, little finger, maybe I would have made a different decision, side of the hand, whatever it was, I got through it, top of the head, and I choose to feel more relaxed about it, eyebrow, doubt was helpful, side of the eye, and I choose to let it go, under the eye, feeling more relaxed, under the nose, I can feel something shifting, on the chin, I don't need to know what that was, collarbone, starting to let go, under the arm, feeling more relaxed, on the thumb, releasing doubt, first finger, letting it go, middle finger, healing this moment from my past, ring finger, feeling calmer and more relaxed, little finger, letting it go, side of the hand, clearing it now. Lovely, hand back over your heart and just bring your attention back to that moment, that event, and just pour clarity, resolution, energy into that image. Feel your unconscious resolving that in whatever way it needs to. Take your time. Good. And keeping your eyes closed. Now you can go back and send support if we need to. Come back to the here and now, keeping your eyes closed. And we're going to focus now on bringing some clarity. So as always, whatever work you're doing in the present is going to help any moment from your past and any moment in your future. Your unconscious has no concept of past or future. Everything's always happening now. So as we clear feelings in the present day, we're going to automatically resolve things from the past anyway. Good. How are you doing? Just breathe in, check in with yourself, and focus on a moment in clarity. What does clarity mean to you? If clarity had a colour or a texture, what would that be? And for me, it's that waterfall image, or maybe clear energy, clear skies, fresh air, fresh water, kind of crystal clear. What does it mean for you? It might be a rainbow for you. Start to invite clarity into your body, into your mind. Tapping on top of the head and repeating after me. I invite clarity. Beginning of the eyebrow. I choose clarity. Side of the eye. Finding clarity. Under the eye. I enjoy having clarity. Under the nose. More clarity. On the chin. Feeling clearer. Collarbone. Feeling more relaxed. Under the arm. I know that doubt gets in the way. In the thumb. I know that doubt is my friend. First finger. And I know that I can choose more clarity. Middle finger. Maybe I can't have clarity without doubt. Ring finger. Maybe they're two sides of the same coin. Little finger. I choose to accept and breathe clarity. Side of the hand. More clarity. Top of the head. I can feel confusion lifting. Eyebrow. I feel like I can breathe more easily. Side of the eye. More clarity. Under the eye. There is always a solution. Under the nose. I'm looking for the solution. On the chin. More clarity. Collarbone. Bringing clarity. Under the arm. I'd love to know what's happening next. On the thumb. I know that I can't see what's happening next. First finger. But I can trust the process. Middle finger. I can choose to have clarity. Ring finger. And trust that it's working out for me. Middle finger. More clarity. Side of the hand. More clarity. Lovely. Hands over your heart and go back to that image, that moment in time where you felt doubt, and breathe clarity into that image, into that younger version of you, into that situation. Good. And then from that point, start to bring clarity into this current situation and every situation in between. Almost like ice melting in a glass. Feel it just moving into your timeline, moving in, gently noticing clarity and what that brings for you. And sometimes, like when you're trying to remember where something is, if you're trying to find it, you can't remember. As soon as you think about something else, the answer can just pop in. So when you can release the pressure of doubt, frustration of doubt, why is this happening, pushing, when you can just surrender to it and allow, let go, then that answer can just pop in, or maybe the trust can just pop in, the answer. It's one of those things that's, how do you not want the thing that you want? How do you let go of the thing that you're holding on to? Like, have you heard that expression, let go tightly, hold on lightly? Just allowing the clarity. And another way of looking at it is as if there's two pieces of music playing. Which one are you going to focus on? You will hear the one that you want to hear. It's where you focus your attention, is what you will hear. Like a magic eye picture, you can see patterns or you can see a shape. Like an optical illusion, you can see an old woman's face or a young woman's face. It's all about your perspective. It's exactly the same image in front of you. How are you identifying with it? So the situation could be a problem. It could be your greatest gift. That not feeling good enough could be the biggest pain today. It could be the biggest moment of love. It's all about perspective and perception. So just let that settle. I'm going to go quiet just for a moment. Gently breathe into that sensation, that feeling, that sense of what's in front of me is good, is helpful. Find the good thing, find the thing that you want to see. Just notice how that feels. Tap and breathe. And if you gain some clarity, then I'd love to hear what you hear. Just pop that in the chat box. What love can you see in the pain? What clarity can you see in the doubt? What ease can you see in the struggle? What benefit can you see in the pain? Felt helpful to focus on a waterfall, something I love anyway. Wonderful. So really focus on that waterfall. Hear the sound of the waterfall. Feel the cool of the air that comes around it. Really get into the detail of that waterfall. How deep, how far is it falling? How big is it? What do you sense? What do you see? Good. Lovely. I'm just going to keep that going for a minute. Just keep seeing the positive, the lesson. Everything is a communication. What is this doubt wanting to communicate to you? It's the doubt that am I good enough? The truth is, yes, I am. 100%. Lovely. So hopefully you're finding some of that clarity, seeing some of that gold amongst the dust. And with that sense of feeling, again, lift up above your timeline and go forward to a point in the future that feels appropriate, where this situation or this feeling is resolved. Maybe the relationship is working out and blossoming. Maybe you're feeling trust in that person and in yourself. Maybe you feel good enough. Maybe you know you're making the right decisions. Good. And maybe there's a spark of excitement or hope. And even if that feels far into the future, or abstract, or even like it's not possible, just go with that feeling. We're going to tap through top of the head and breathe. And just allow your unconscious mind to take you wherever you need to go. And repeating after me. More clarity. Eyebrow. I know this will be resolved. Side of the eye. I know one day I will know. Under the eye. One day I will be on the other side of this. Under the nose. One day I will see things differently. On the chin. Nothing stays the same. Collarbone. One day I will have all the answers. Under the arm. Maybe I already know what they are. On the thumb. I invite clarity. First finger. And trust. Middle finger. I trust the process. Ring finger. Towards clarity. Little finger. I trust my emotions. Side of the hand. I even trust in doubt. Top of the head. But I don't let it take over. Eyebrow. Doubt's just in the spectrum of my emotions. Side of the eye. And I choose to focus on clarity. Under the eye. And if I ever notice doubt, under the nose, it's just a signal that I need more clarity. on the chin. Or I need more trust in myself, collarbone. Or there's something else looking for me, under the arm. I can turn over that coin of doubt on the thumb and choose clarity instead. First finger. Maybe doubt is a gift. Middle finger. Maybe it's kept me safe. Ring finger. It's helped me one way or another. Middle finger. I choose clarity. Side of the hand. I choose solutions. Top of the head. I choose resolution. Eyebrow. I choose to relax. Side of the eye. All I can do is feel as good as I can right now. Under the eye. The more I increase that feeling of trust in myself. Under the nose. The more clarity I look for. On the chin. The more I can trust the process. Collarbone. The easier it will be for me. Under the arm. I choose the path of least resistance. On the thumb. I choose to know that it's going to work out. First finger. I choose to relax and let go. Middle finger. I choose clarity. Ring finger. I have the answers. Little finger. And when I trust the process, side of the hand, and make one tiny decision at a time. Top of the head. Take a tiny step towards what I want. Eyebrow. Everything will unfold. Side of the eye. And as I let things unfold under the eye, the better I feel. Under the nose. The easier life is. On the chin. The closer I am to my dreams. Collarbone. All that from doubt. Under the arm. And just taking a few breaths. And on the thumb, breathing. First finger. Middle finger. Just increasing that clarity with every breath. Ring finger. Middle finger. And side of the hand. And back to your heart. And just breathe for a moment. Notice what that feels like. So as you said at the beginning, it's hot, it's sticky. Maybe you still have a little bit of brain fog. Maybe you have some clarity. Ultimately, all you need to do and all you need to know is how to feel as good as you can right now. And sometimes it's just the knowledge that one day I will have clarity can be enough to shift you in the moment towards it. You're not going to go from the bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain in one step. It takes time. So with that in mind, what is your next step? What's the next thing you need to do to gain more clarity? Maybe you need to have a conversation with someone. Maybe you need to write things down. Maybe it's something from your past you need to resolve. Just check in with that. Ask yourself, what is my next step? And notice what the response is. And if that response is, I don't know, a great question to ask yourself is, if you were to know, what would the answer be? Really infuriating question. If you were to know what the next step was, without pressure, without consequence, what could it be? And again, just notice what that is. And I'd love to hear that. If you could pop that in the box, that would be great. Lovely. And just breathing and noticing how your body feels now, how you felt at the beginning to how you feel now. Hopefully you feel settled. Hopefully you've had some conclusions, some ideas. Hopefully your body just feels a little bit more relaxed. Check in, how are you doing? Everyone's very quiet this evening. Good. Okay. Take a little while for answers to come through, or maybe no one's answering. That's all good. So hopefully you gain some clarity. Hopefully you know what your next step is. If you don't know, if you really don't know, maybe it's I need some help, then feel free to reach out to me, to a friend, do some research, Google it, what's my next step, and just notice what comes back and how do you feel about what that is. Even if the next step is phone that person, for example, you don't want to phone them, you don't have to phone them, but just allow that answer to come and then make a decision. So recently, it's hard to trust in the process as such, but I do feel I've been doing okay in the situation I'm in, but just keen not to make mistakes, although we all will, absolutely, we do make mistakes. And maybe that is trusting the process, allowing the mistakes to happen. But it's the hardest thing, not knowing where it's going to end up. Like, if I just knew, it would be okay. But we don't know. We just don't know. And even, I think sometimes when you make the decision, you already change what's coming, because before a decision, before after a decision, maybe those pathways were different. But as I said earlier, making that step makes that path the right one, because that's just the path you're on. It's partly feeling at my age we should not make mistakes, but hey, we still will. I went to a talk by an Olympian rower a couple of years ago. She was talking about mistakes, and they were a small team, I think on a dinghy. I don't know the technical term, but she said we loved making mistakes because we knew where we could get it better. We knew how we could shave time off, and that's how they won gold in their field. And it was the mistakes that got them there. She said every time they made a mistake, she was like, great, we can learn. And I can remember sitting there going, okay, great, I hope I can feel like that. Because who wants to make a mistake? She loved it. She couldn't wait to make mistakes. And they all sat down, they all analysed it, there was no judgment. Who did what, you shouldn't have done that. They said, oh great, this makes us better, this makes us stronger. There was a real safety in it. So it's really something to think about. Good, great. How are you doing? So as always, again, just bring your attention to the top of your head, scan down through your body, check in. How are you feeling? Any tension? Any heaviness? How are things now? And I wonder, making mistakes, maybe that's a feeling about being out of control, because often we want to know what's going to happen because if we don't know, we're going to let him go. So you can kind of come up with every scenario, come up with every thing that might go wrong, and something else will go wrong that you haven't thought of. You know, you literally cannot come up with every scenario. I remember working with someone once, and she was going to a seminar. She was leading it. She thought of everything. She packed her car full. She planned it to the nth degree. She left on time. She had bags of time. She got stuck on the motorway, sat there for 4 hours. What do you do? There was nothing she could have done. Absolutely nothing to prevent that from happening. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I know as I'm saying it that you know it. So it's exactly what I might say to a client. And I've had the same to myself. It's always note to self, whatever I'm saying out loud. But it's harder for ourselves, absolutely. It's really easy to see other people's issues and go, oh, you should definitely make this decision. When it comes to yourself, you know, that's just, you can't see the wood for the trees. feels very different for yourself. Good. And I would always suggest, again, this is probably something else that you suggest, that taking a tiny step, try it out. Put a toe in the water. If you get a feeling of relief, a feeling of satisfaction, a feeling of more positive energy, then you're going in the right direction. Sometimes the doubt will increase, and there's a real subtlety between this is the wrong thing, definitely wrong, or this is fear stopping me. So is it fear or is it definitely no? And personally, recently, having dealt with a lot of doubt in myself, I can be very indecisive at times, put a menu in front of me and I'm frazzled. It takes a long time for me to make decisions sometimes. I've recognized if there's any doubt, it means no, because I know what a yes feels like. And that might be timing, it might be there's something else I need to look at. And I've just started to welcome the doubt more and more and just, it's okay. Something else is going to come up, because when I know, I will know. And clearing the fear out of that can help you just to move towards that. So I hope that helps. Great, so we're coming towards the end already. Let's get into a really good state in the future self with all that clarity. Close your eyes, move to that unspecified point in the future. Check in with that future you again. That future you has clarity, certainty, knows exactly what the next step is, feels good about it, it worked out. Just wave a wand, knowing that it worked out the best for all involved. And ask that future you to step into your body for a moment. How does it feel to just know, I got it right, it worked out. Whatever that conclusion is, it doesn't matter, it worked. Feel the certainty in your body, notice what it feels like. Maybe you feel more grounded, more rooted, more solid, more powerful, empowered. Maybe you feel lighter, clearer. Maybe you can breathe more easily. What is it like for you? And take a moment to send this image, this thought, this energy back into your past, forward into your future. So every moment of your life has access to this clarity, this grounded feeling, this certainty, absolute knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. You are 100% good enough. You have never made a mistake. Everything's been exactly as it should be. It's working out perfectly. Your life is exactly as it should be, and it's moving towards exactly what you want. Know it and feel it. Good. Lovely. And when you're ready, coming back to the here and now. And sometimes that clarity can be a glimpse, and then the doubts can crowd back in, and that's fine. If you can start to stretch those glimpses into moments, into seconds, into minutes, just the more you can kind of grow that muscle of clarity and going, yeah, well, I'm going to do it anyway. You start to build. It's building that relationship with trust with yourself, building a relationship with clarity. Trust, trust, trust. My pleasure. I hope that's been helpful. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you're feeling cooler. As I say, any questions, any comments, I always love to hear from you. The recording will be on my YouTube channel as normal. You should get a link. There's the same server at the end, so if you've already filled it in, please don't feel you need to. If you haven't, I would love your comments and thoughts. Thank you so much for being here. As I say, there's no webinar next month, so we'll be back in September, which I can't believe I'm even saying that. So have a great couple of months. I'm around, so email me, message me if you need anything in between. The Stress Free Life Academy is always there, always available to you. You can join at any time. All my resources are on there. I'm running a course in September, How to De-Stress Your Life, just a one-day workshop. Details of that going out soon. There you go. Thank you. Enjoy that clarity, even if it's for a moment. Thanks so much again. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Night. Pleasure. Thanks for being here. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to stop the recording.